Hello, all. It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Malicious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign, so please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading may apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone else in between that you may or may not know. I do hope everyone is doing well and feeling well. So with that being said, guys, let's get started. The first message we have here is police officer, double agent. Okay, so this police officer could be playing both sides in some type of way. This person could be a deceiver, two-faced, or two-faced, or an op or something. We have take that mask off, so somebody's definitely wearing a mask. They're not who they appear to be. We have wicked sins of soulless savages, secret agent, or excuse me, secret spy. This says double agent. This says secret spy. Okay, so somebody, if this double agent person is different than this police officer, then there's definitely someone who's been spying as it relates to a situation. And we have evildoers in disguise here. Okay, so whoever is wearing this mask and not who they appear to be is an evildoer in disguise, Spirit is saying. However, this police officer, Spirit is also saying, is involved, got some type of wicked sins. Okay, this is a soulless savage, Spirit is saying here. Okay, somebody is a double agent though and has been spying, so we're gonna get some further clarification for the situation and see what else is going on here. Spirit, clarify police officer. So we have the Tower here. Now with the Tower being here, this could be problems of any kind, but there's something major that has happened or transpired that has caused some type of chaos or tragedy. There's been a sudden upheaval, a shakeup of things. Okay, this is tragic news, tragic information. This tower can consist of many different things, from disruption to deceptions to destruction, murder, death, harm, injury, or what have you. But it's definitely something that has happened all of a sudden after blue. But this police officer has something to do with this matter. To clarify double agent here, we have cold-blooded killer. So whoever this double agent is that was playing both sides, who is a deceiver, who is two-faced in some way, or like an operative or agent or something, is a cold-blooded killer, Spirit is saying. This person is responsible for persons or death. Okay? Spirit, clarify, take that mask off. So we have the moon here on take that mask off. Okay, so we already know anybody who's wearing a mask is hiding themselves, shielding themselves, not who they appear to be. Now this could be literally or figuratively in terms of speaking of a mask. Okay, but we know that the moon talks about secret things, hidden things, what's done in the dark. Okay, the moon can also talk about criminal activity, decisions being made, something going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind one's back. Okay, Spirit, let's clarify wicked sins of soulless savages. Wicked sins of soulless savages. Somebody is a karmic, very manipulative, possessive, controlling, narcissistic. Spirit, why is this wicked sense of soulless savages here? Somebody is also worried about something, concerned, anxious, in despair, possibly about something. or possibly just kind of scared, worried. So we have the devil here that sits on wicked sins of soulless savages. Now, obviously, the devil talks about very dark, sinister, demonic type of energy. Excuse me. Spirit is saying evil is as evil does. Okay, so I definitely feel like that we're speaking of someone who's a devil worshiper, who is into Satanism. Somebody could be belong to some type of wicked cult or witch coven or even a secret society here. Somebody is definitely a sellout. Could be a part of some type of secret society group or organization. Somebody could definitely also be into the dark arts. Could be amongst the elite satanic powers that be. Could be into voodoo, black magic, or playing with demons here. But the devil also talks about addictive patterns of behavior. Somebody repetitively doing something. It speaks to addictions, toxicity, bad habits as well, okay? But there's something very dark and sinister, something very evil, wicked about an individual. It could be this police officer that sits directly under this police officer, coupled with wicked sins of soulless savages. Spirit, what's going on with the secret spy? Okay, so I see here my secret hidden treasure islands card here, okay? Now I have the Ace of Swords as well as the Moon on this card. Spirit is saying there's some type of truth or clarity that is going to come out because of something that was hidden, secret, or was done behind the scenes here, okay? This moon is illuminating something that's hidden or secret here. This secret spy, this double agent could have something to do with these secret things, these hidden things, what's been going on behind the scenes as well. But somebody's been spying on something, watching something. This could speak to a multitude of different things here. There's a lot of different criminal activities that I have here on this card, so this literally could speak to a multitude of different things. Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise. Evildoers in disguise. So we have some things are best kept secret. Don't ask, don't tell. Somebody has been forced into silence, told not to say a word about something, okay? Somebody is keeping something secret. This card, this is my see no evil, hear no evil, speak of no evil card here, okay? There's something evil that is going on. Somebody is an evildoer in disguise here, okay? Somebody is not who they appear to be. They're a part of some type of criminal activity. They're hiding things, okay? And there's some type of secrets that's being kept about something. We have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, so something definitely has to do with the police as it relates to this particular situation and what's going on. Okay, guys, so let's get some further clarification. Spirit, clarify police officer in the Tower. Police officer in the Tower. So we know a police officer is the official person here. Spirit, clarify double agent and cold-blooded killer. So we have false person here. Whoever this double agent is, who is playing both sides, who is a deceiver in some type of way, maybe a paid op, but an operative nonetheless, this person is a false person. Now, a false person is somebody who is fake, phony, fraudulent, insecure. A false person is someone who is wearing a mask and not who they appear to be, okay? There's something hidden about this person. This person, a false person is two-faced, a liar, cheater, deceiver, manipulator, con artist of some kind, a betrayer, someone disloyal. Spirit, clarify, take that mask off. Clarify, take that mask off. So we have main female here. So whatever is going on with something that is secret, that is hidden, some type of criminal activity, something that has to do with someone wearing a mask or not being who they appear to be, has something to do with this main female. There's something definitely hidden or secret about this main female here. This person could even be appearing to be a female and may not be. Spirit, clarify wicked sins of soulless savages with the devil. Wicked sins of soulless savages with the devil. So we have wealthy men here. So there are wealthy persons in power that is obviously teamed up and linked up with the police or police officers as it relates to a situation that is going on. Spirit, clarify secret agent, or excuse me, secret spy. So we have main male here. So this secret spy that knows some type of truth or clarity pertaining to something that was hidden or secret or criminal going on, is this main male here. There's a lot of criminal activity involved that this secret spy knows about, this double agent, this false person knows about. This cold-blooded killer. Something could have something to do with trafficking, shipping, operations, prostitution, sex trade. And a multitude of other things. Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise, which some things are best kept secret. Evildoers in disguise. So we have thoughts here. Whoever this evildoer in disguise, which is obviously this main female who is wearing a mask and not who they appear to be, I'm telling you, this person knows something secret. And this person has thought long and hard, gone within about something that is happening, something that is going on. Which has something to do with whatever action that they took or something that they did. Spirit, clarify this police officer. Why is this police officer here? This police officer is a foe. A foe is someone who is an enemy or an opponent. Okay? Spirit, clarify double agent. So we have the enemy here. Whoever this double agent, this cold-blooded killer, this false person, Spirit is saying is the enemy. But this police officer is also being seen as a foe, which is an enemy, which is an opponent. An opponent is somebody who's working against you, who is not for you, who is could even be said to be setting you up, or something. Okay? Spirit, clarify, take that mask off. This person who is wearing this mask and not who they appear to be, who's a part of some type of criminal activity, a part of something that is hidden, that is secret, is working for someone with this service here. Service talks about someone who is working for someone, helping someone, or doing a job for someone. Okay? To clarify these wicked sins of soulless savages with the devil and wealthy men here, we get the priest. This is someone who is a pastor, a reverend, a bishop, a minister, whatever they call themselves. But it says priest here on this card. Spirit, clarify secret agent. Clarify, or excuse me, I keep saying secret agent. Clarify secret spy. With the Secret Hidden Treasure Island card and main male. Secret Spy. So we have hope here. Somebody was hurt in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. Someone could have been hurt by this priest, this pastor, this minister here. Something could have to do with money, or somebody was paying somebody some money, owe somebody some money, maybe to stay quiet about something. Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise. Evildoers in disguise. I do see the secret spy was like waiting for something. I also see somebody who have been being used as a servant, being in bad health in some type of way. Spirit, clarify these evildoers in disguise. So we have death here. Whoever this evildoer that's in disguise, that knows some type of secret that they've been forced into silence about, or threatened not to say a word about, that they've been in deep thought and contemplation about, some type of death occurred. Like this person may have done something to cause death. A death, but there's definitely something pertaining to death. As well do I see children here. I keep seeing children. This is quite interesting, guys. Okay, something has to do with these children. Something has to do with some money, unexpected income, children, unexpected income, deaths, a priest, a minister, a pastor. I'll be quite honest with you all. I really wasn't trying to make this about the situation, but it could be, we'll see. It could be turning out to have something to do with a situation that has like rocked the nation and is like all over the news right now. But Nashville had a mass shooting today at a Christian school. And it's interesting that we have like false person and someone wearing a mask, which means that they're not who they appear to be, and you know, double agent, secret spy, all this, you know, different things is going on here. Deaths, children's, all this other kind of stuff. Okay, because it is said that this mass shooter was transgendered. Okay, it's also said that this mass shooter who is transgendered, who did the shooting at Nashville Presbyterian Covenant School, Christian school, used to attend that school as well. So it's very interesting. I know it's a setup. I know it's a staged event. I mean, it's all over it. I mean, the signs and symbolisms is everywhere. 3 children, they claim died. 3 adults allegedly died. All of the children were 9. Flip those 9s, you have 6s. All of the adults, including the leader of the Christian school, were all in their 60s. Okay. So it's a total of 6 of them. And they, the news is all breaking it down. Oh, 3 children, 3 adults, and so they're showing the 33. 3 and 3 is 6. Okay, powers that be numbers. The signs and symbols is everywhere. It's all over that shit or whatever. But it was very interesting. When they say that the lone wolf shooter, who they identified as being a woman, went by a female's name, but in all the news reports, it said that this person is transgender. Okay, obviously not fully transgendered, just assuming a different name or what have you, but this person is transgendered. Okay, 28 years old, decided to go to a school, a Christian school at that, and kill up people. So, yeah. And it's interesting because there was a lot of different things that I was feeling when I heard this. It really kind of pissed me off, and I'm like more annoyed today than than I usually am. I'm tired. I'm being deprived of sleep days at a time, and so this shit, getting up to this shit today, just like really kind of irritated me and pissed me off on so many fucking levels. It's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, because it's bullshit, okay? And it don't really take much. It don't take a rocket science to break things down, okay? You have a person who grows up with a radically religious family, forced to go to a Christian private school, okay? Yet this person ends up being a part of the LGBT community, which is another part of the satanic powers that be agenda. This person is not only gay, but this person is also transgender. So you can quite imagine what type of things is going on in this person's head. They're battling with their sexuality. They're battling with their identity of not only being transgender, but being homosexual. Okay? Yet being raised Christian. Yet have been forced to go to a Christian school and all of these things, okay? But it's another thing, something else that I know a lot of people are not thinking about. What would put this person in a mindset? Maybe because of the fact that this person was turned out. Yeah. Was likely molested, turned out, raped. Where do you think? Right in the church. Right at that Christian school. All of this person is battling with in their mind. Being fondled, being molested, being turned out. Now confused about your sexuality. Confused about, being gay. Confused about, like I said, your sexuality from male to female and everything, and still dealing with the trauma of what happened to you in this alleged Christian place. And it's playing over and over and over again in this person's mind. And you think nobody else know about this? And of course this person would have been hushed, had to been hushed about this. This is just another mind control, brainwashed, dumbed down mind control. Patsy, triggered to partake in the staged event and go back to their Christian school where the trauma started and shoot it up. And on today we see 3 3s and 3s and 6s and and all this shit. And all the children were 9 and all the adults were 6s in their age. Like, come on, bruh. It took me little to no time to break that shit down. Allegedly. But I know what I know. And today, I am totally fucking tired. And I'm just not gonna bite my tongue for no fucking body. How many times do people are going to continue to be okay with sending your kids to these schools where they're being slaughtered on any fucking given day, and another fucking random ass staged event, and they say the same thing every time: gun reform. Have you not paid attention that every time close to election time, leading up to election time, these mass shootings and shit gets happening back to back to back to back to back? And right before too many of the brainwashed sheeple realize that these shootings are happening back to back to back to back to back, then they'll start having people to get in their cars and mow down a crowd of people. And they'll have other little staged events that'll happen in between there. We aren't going to figure this shit out. But about 90% of the fucking people, you know, you all too eager to have your ready-made fucking babysitters for 8 hours a damn day to watch your kids while you do what the fuck ever. When literally, if everybody stood up against these people and said, no, we're not sending our kids. We can teach our own kids. We're not sending our kids to the schools where they're in your care, in your custody, and you're supposed to protect them, yet you cannot, because these shootings keep on happening. And gun reform ain't the fucking key, considering the fact you're the same motherfuckers who passed the right for people to bear arms in the first damn place. So ain't no need in you reneging now. See, the real problem of the matter will never get dealt with, because we know that shit comes from high up. But how long are ignorant people going to continue to allow their children to be massacred? Unless you part of the setup. Unless you getting a cut out the deal to sacrifice your loved ones. But this keeps happening. This keeps going on. Innocent kids who have their whole lives ahead of them are dying. What type of fucking crazy ass person gets up in the morning? I just wonder, do they have coffee in the morning? Do they get them some breakfast first? And say, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm just going to go. And I'm going to shoot up some people today. Not regular people. Why is it that the mass shooters always decide to go to a fucking school? You shouldn't be shooting up and killing no goddamn body, because the hell with you the day you get up and think that you have the right to determine who the fuck lives and dies. But the majority of them all get up and decide to fucking go to a damn school, whether they ever attended that damn school or not. And nobody's connecting the dots. Nobody is seeing the fucking pattern. Many of you gonna get up tomorrow and send your kids to school tomorrow. And the day after that, and the day after that. Why? Because the government forces you to? Huh? They don't care about your children learning. It's an indoctrination camp. They just want your kids to know what the fuck they want them to know. They want 12 years of being able to brainwash and dumb down and mind control your goddamn kids. Program your goddamn kids. And you go along with the indoctrination fucking program. And wonder why, after they start school and they get to coming home from school, they're so much fucking different. Because of the shit that they're being programmed. And in between the indoctrinations, and in between the programming, in between the fucking mind controls are mass fucking shootings. And it's a roll as a dice as to which one on this next. And then I heard the stupidest shit. And it was interesting because when I looked down at my news feed, this was some shit that came across the news from fucking Texas. This shit happened in Nashville. Okay? But the gay community in Texas, this is what the news said. And to be honest with you, first of all, I've been part of the gay community. It was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. The dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. But straight out of Texas. They say, oh, the gay community is worried that they're going to have direct attacks since this has happened. Now, this is a fucking narrative that I guarantee you is coming from goddamn people in power, people over the media and shit like that, because that shit did not come from the goddamn gay community. First of all, the gay community would not think like that. If anything, you got some strong-willed ass motherfuckers in the gay community that's liable to be ready to nuck and buck rather than sitting around doodling their damn thumbs, sitting on the back burner talking about, oh my God, I wonder is there going to be direct attacks against us? And it wasn't just the gay community. They say the transgender community are wondering, are they going to get direct attacks because a transgender happened to go into school and shoot it up? Well, I'm going to tell you why this is done. When the transgender went in the bathroom and raped the girl, was y'all worried about direct attacks? How about when the two gay men who adopted children, who they were molesting and raping and pimping out and passing the fuck around, were you worried about direct attacks? Huh? You weren't worried about direct attacks after Pulse nightclub got shot the fuck up, which happened to be a gay club. You wasn't worried about direct attacks. Within the last fucking year and a half, 2 years that I have been paying attention to, there has been from drag queens to transgenders who have been dropping like fucking flies. Months and months apart. That nobody is fucking paid attention to. Yet this shit happened today, and just so happened, breaking news from the gay community, the LGBT fucking community, transgenders to be exact, is wondering, oh my God, are we going to get direct attacks? Because this awful thing has happened in this transgender when it shot up the school. No, why? Like, why? Why? That's why I don't a bit more believe that it is that statement came from anybody in the gay community. That is some narrative that was like cooked up by folks in, in the media or the powers that be. They got scripted ass shit that they give them to say. Just to have some shit to talk about, just to stir the pot, just to, stretch shit. Never let a good crisis go to waste. So they stretch shit long as they can stretch it. Every time these things happen. So I feel like this was made up because I'm in the amount of time from the time that this occurred today. Who in the hell went out and took a tally, took a poll, went out to and had a LGBT group meeting to get a polling as to how many of them thought that they would get direct attacks because this has happened? Did transgender start flooding the phone lines, calling in to the news media in fucking Texas? This wasn't even people a part of the LGBT community in the fuck Nashville. Okay? I seen that shit from, I kid you not. It was like from Texas. I forget the actual, I had to look on my thing. I don't have time to right now. But it said Texas. I'm pretty sure of that. Now I'm going to tell you something else that I found interesting. Now y'all know that I don't pick sides, okay? So I call bullshit from either side. Whether you left, right, red, blue, okay? Or loop-de-loop, whatever the hell you want to call them. But I found it quite interesting. I happen to know that the Democrats was hotter than a firecracker on the 4th of July. When Trump did his presidential rally that he did the other day and did his little speech and everything, and so a lot of people was paying attention to that. Now, if many of you can remember, Trump told people that his religious preference was, he said he grew up attending a Presbyterian church. This Christian church / school that was shot up today just so happened to be a Presbyterian church or a school or whatever, okay? You understand me? Called the Covenant. I found that interesting. Another thing that I thought about and I found interesting, I said this is amazing. I said, Now, this person was Caucasian. This transgender that went in here and shot up the school was Caucasian, right? Um, and so they claimed that they showed up and they killed on the spot, right? I found this, but you know, they always do that. You know, every other Patsy they have, if they're collateral damage, okay, um, basically, you know what I'm saying? If the only ones, look, let me tell you this, the only ones that they allow to stay alive, that they end up apprehending, arresting, and carrying out of them, is the ones who are full blown under mind control, who are completely triggerable, okay, who like they control their everything, okay? But more often than not, they show up and they kill them right away to keep the press from being able to speak to them, to keep anybody from being able to interview with them or talk to them anymore. They collateral damage, okay? And what from the research that I have looked into, what I've noticed is the ones that they show up and they kill right away, not only are they collateral damage, but they're also the ones who they have some control over, but they don't have full, like there's certain ones that they have full mind control over. And 9 times out of 10, this person been had an extensive history of either access to the government, military, or the entertainment industry, or extensive history with mental health issues and medications and different things. These are all the different ways that they are able to control one's mind when they have them fully under mind control, okay, where they are solely programmable by triggers which persons have access to that trigger them to do certain things. So more often than not, they have some control over a lot of these patsies that is triggered to be these lone wolf shooters and different things like that or whatever. But if they collateral damage, they show up and they take them out. Okay, period, point blank. You never see them. They just tell you who they are. Okay, and they show up and they take them out. So, and I thought about this because I found this interesting. I was like, well, it is interesting that they showed up right away and killed this person on the spot, whom they say is transgender and everything. But y'all remember when y'all remember when the little white boy shot up the black church? He went in there and sat in there with them for service for a little while, and then he got up and he shot all them people up in there. Oh, they walked him out all nice and calmly. You know, they walked him out singing Kumbaya. They even, you know, put him in the SUV and happened to stop him by Burger King on the way. Like, who in the fuck was worried as to if he had any fucking thing to eat that day? I don't know. But they took that boy to Burger King and got him a whole goddamn combo meal and everything. They made sure he was real comfortable. That's one, is what I mean. That's fully under mind control. That they control everything. And them to be the ones that when you do see them show up in court, they be completely zoned out. They be completely spaced out. They be heavily drugged and under mind control. And even when they walk, they're not on their own. Like, somebody's got to be next to them, holding their arms and escorting them to where to sit, where to walk, and this, that. Those are ones that are fully under mind control. Have been completely brainwashed. Them the ones you look in their eyes and they there. You see them in front of you, but they ain't there. Like, they ain't checked in the mind at all. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the ones that they allow to stay alive, because those are the ones that they are fully under control of. And the reason why they allow them to stay alive, because even when persons come along and want to interview them and different things like that or whatever, 9 times out of 10, they either will have some type of block where you're not able to interview them or talk to them, or if they ever do allow you to, they'll be so zoned out of it and so under mind control that they know not to differ from what they have been told to say about the incident. But I found that very interesting. See, I think about all kinds of things when these things happen, things that people don't even think about. And I'll be able to connect a lot of dots of a lot of shit that be going on that most people don't pay attention to. But I just wonder, is your ready-made babysitter for 8 hours a day more important to you than your child's life? That's what I wonder. Because people be all too eager to throw their kids off on other damn people. Then when tragic shit like this happen, people act all so appalled. These folks can't protect you. They have no interest, invested interest in protecting your children at all. Otherwise, this wouldn't keep on the fuck happening. And if you see how huge that parking lot was, and seeing how huge the school as well as the church was, I would be interested to know what vehicle this person drove up in and where they parked at. Because the parking lot was so fucking massive. Do you know how long it would take? And they say this person had 2 AR-15s and a handgun. Who in the fuck will walk across that parking lot that damn long up to the damn school without nobody seeing anything? Noticing anything. Like, but see, these are things nobody think about. These are things nobody think about. Amongst the people killed was the head of the school. Somebody wanted her dead. Somebody wanted her dead and gone. Somebody wanted her position. She was a target for a reason. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Allegedly. Y'all better wake up and pay attention. To what's really going on. But anyway, we're going to get back to this reading. I just said that real quick because it's very interesting. You know, I didn't start this reading with the intentions that it might have anything to do with that. I just feel like some of the things that's coming out in this reading kind of lines up with some things that occurred today. Okay? Spirit, clarify this police officer. Clarify this police officer. This police officer is feeling some type of guilt because this police officer was a part of some type of sabotage that went on. Okay? But like I told you, this official person, this police officer, remember the tower came out. This police officer was a part of whatever this tragic situation that went on, this chaotic situation that went on. This police officer is someone, also a foe is someone who is also seen as an enemy or an opponent. Now this person is feeling guilt, feeling sabotage over a situation. Spirit, clarify double agent. Clarify double agent. Whoever this double agent is, who was playing both sides, who's a deceiver in some type of way, an op in some type of way, a cold-blooded killer, has been all up. We have thoughts in isolating here. This person was isolated all up in their thoughts for a very long time, thinking about a lot of things that they had dealt with, that had went on, that was bothering them, which obviously was the cause of them deciding to be a cold-blooded killer in the first place. But you know why? This person was wearing a mask and not who they appear to be. Was a part of, because of these secret things, these hidden things, these sneaky, freaky, creepy things, these low-down, dirty things, these things done behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind one's back, these decisions that was made. This criminal activity, this witchery, these rituals, these secrets was done in the dark here. I told you this person was working for somebody. Disharmony, triggers, conflict. See, this conflict that was caused was because this person was triggered in a particular type of way. Somebody has access to this person's triggers, and it caused them disharmony. It caused, and this disharmony is what is the very thing that caused this conflict. Y'all gonna listen to me one day. Spirit, clarify wicked sins of soulless savages with the devil, wealthy men, and priests. Contracts, career, commitments. This priest here is a sellout, taking the satanic oath on the blood contracts and things. Saturn energy, Satan energy here. This priest had to come up off of some type of blood sacrifice. Spirit, clarify this secret spy. What's going on with the secret spy? Confusions. Neptune energy. Illusions. There was some type of confusion that was going on. Illusions that had been created because this person hadn't been hurt. You see how this person is? Somebody hadn't hurt this person. Somebody had to use and abuse this person. This main male here. Who know the truth. Who know the clarity about secret things, hidden things. You see how them folks is naked? Huh? This person knew the truth. I guarantee you. About some very sinister, evil, wicked things going on behind the scenes. Somebody was using control tactics on someone as well to manipulate them and to control them. Spirit, clarify this evildoers in disguise. Evildoers in disguise. Ooh. See, some type of truth came out. Let's see, truth, expression, deception, temptation. Some type of truth came out about something secret. Something hidden. Spirit, clarify this evildoer in disguise. Decisions made. This person made the decision to cause deaths. They thought long and hard because of something secret that they was forced into silence about is what made this person lose it. There's something this person was dealing with. This person's family also played a role, possibly, in making them stay hush or stay quiet about something. You see this facade here? Beliefs. This says facade and beliefs. This person, on their, they're missing their face here because this person is wearing a mask. They're not who they appear to be. This is a man here, but has his face in his hand here. This man was living as a woman, but that's for a reason. There's something that happened to this person that somebody forced this person to stay secret about, not to say a word about. Something that happened to them. It's about this pastor, this priest here, this minister here. The family know it. There's some type of truth or expression. Somebody may have spoke on some type of truth here. This deception, this temptation. So there was decisions made and then regret and repression. Somebody was using control tactics. I see this family here. Somebody was using control tactics. I keep seeing something about spying and watching too. This person was said to be spying or watching or surveillancing something. Maybe not surveillancing, but like maybe like scoping out, watching something before something occurred. We're going to see what other messages we get here. Family is a factor, though. With some type of decision between some type of truth, deception, decisions, and regret. Spirit, give us clear and accurate messages. What other messages do we need to know? What other messages do we need to know? Spirit, clarify this police officer. So there was clearly a disruption that this police officer know about or was a part of. This police officer was either there or knew that this was going to occur ahead of time. There was deception and envy. Once again, you see this person wearing this mask, but this person has, like, this person's mask has been lifted in some type of way. This person wearing this mask was dealing with some type of emotional loss here. Spirit, clarify. Take off that mask. Take off that mask. Yeah, I see it again. This person was dealing with some type of emotional loss. Spirit, clarify wicked sins of soulless savages, conflict, and defeat. Because of something this wealthy pastor, priest, or whatever title this person has, is why there was some type of conflict and defeat. Yeah. Secret spy because of some type of truth. Some type of clarity coming out or being exposed or happening. Didn't I tell you something has to do with some type of temptation here? Lustful temptation. Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise. Transformation. That's like seeing the death card in a traditional tarot deck. Just like temptation is like seeing the devil card in a traditional tarot deck. Any other messages, Spirit? Yeah. These decisions that was made because somebody, look at this person. This person was trapped in fear because what was done to them, what was happening to them. This person was trapped in fear, as well as they were suffering in silence. That's the reason why this situation happened. Yeah, this temptation that went on, this was going on. This lustful temptation, these secret things, freaky things, creepy things, nasty things, low down, dirty things. It's because of an authority. Somebody in authority, somebody in power. That's what this truth was about. That's what this deception and this temptation is about. And that's the reason why this person was trapped in fear and suffering in silence. Okay? I told you somebody forced this person into submission. Forced this person into silence. I kept on seeing something about money as well. There may have been some type of money that could have been paid to this family. You stay quiet about something. This person sat in solitude to themselves by themselves. Like this. Trapped in fear. Suffering in silence. That's what's going on here, guys. So I'm going to pull some tarot on this situation. We know if this situation, if this reading has to do with the situation that occurred today, we know that there were many casualties or several casualties of both children as well as adults. But I told you what was at the bottom of this deck here. I believe when something happened with this person when they was a child and money was being paid to the family. Look at this, family, commitment, home. Something was happening to this person when they were a child. This person was turned out when they was a child. They was molested, they was raped. Right in the Christian church. Turned out right in the Christian church. And it drove them mad. And persons close to this person accepted some type of compensation to keep this person quiet. I guarantee you that there was some type of probably drugs that was given, mental health drugs, to try to make this person forget or delude this person's to keep this person quiet or delude this person's testimony into what they had to say about the matter, until this person just couldn't take it no more and was pushed over the edge. Let's get some tarot. Spirit, clarify this police officer. What's going on with this police officer? Yeah, see, this police officer, there is a police officer in particular who knows the truth and the clarity of the situation. This police officer knew that this was going to happen before it happened. Or something. I feel like something was staged, something was set up. Could be to go ahead and set this person up and take this person out for the purposes of money here. Somebody's being paid off. This was just a situation, which is another thing that they do. They would set up stage situations with certain targets in an effort to take them out. And the persons closest to them are paid off to go along with this, to set up a sacrificing them. See, they end up being a sacrifice as well as the other casualties of other persons who unfortunately were bystanders and ended up being taken out as well. Spirit, clarify double agent. Clarify double agent. So we have Tower here. Sudden upheaval, sudden shake-up, tragic news, tragic information, chaos, murder, death, harm, injuries, tower collapsing, all of a sudden out the blue. Spirit, clarify. Take that mask off. Take that mask off. Take that mask off. So we have betrayal here. Ultimate betrayal. Disloyalty. This person was wearing this mask and not who they appear to be, living this double life, because they have been ultimately betrayed. That's the reason why this is a 10, which talks about endings and completions. See, this person have been betrayed just as much as they betrayed others. And things that they did in their final actions. Spirit, clarify this wicked sins of soulless savages. Wicked sins of soulless savages. Yeah. It's Hierophant here. A Hierophant is someone who is a pastor. Okay? Who was in... Look at this. Who was in some type of partnership or relationship with someone in the past. This could have been 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, 6 years ago. Okay? There's several different possibilities as to what this pastor, this minister, this reverend, this priest, or whatever they're called, done here. But somebody got left hanging. And somebody decided to take action and move forward to bring something to an end. Spirit, clarify this secret spy. Clarify secret spy. There was some type of conflict because of this truth, because of this clarity. Okay? Because of this confusion, because of these secret things, these hidden things, this truth about somebody being hurt. Yeah. There was a major conflict here. Somebody was also abandoned, neglected, left out in the cold here. Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise. Evildoers in disguise. Clarify evildoers. This person was dealing with a lot of burdens, hardships, problematic situations. A lot of responsibility. This person was dealing with stress, anxiety, depression. A lot of things. We have the devil here that sits on authority and temptation here. Temptation literally is the devil. It talks about temptation. It talks about addictions, sex addictions, and other type of addictions. Toxicity, bad habits, addictive patterns of behavior, sinister, evil, wicked, demonic things. This person trapped in fear, suffering, and silence felt trapped. Felt stuck, restricted, unable to move or get out of a situation. Yeah. Any other messages, Spirit? Any other messages? What are the messages for this police officer? Chariot here. This police officer know the truth and the clarity. That there was going to be a surge forward, movement forward on a certain situation. This police officer is heavily involved in this situation here. This tower collapsed because of some type of secret knowledge, hidden knowledge, occultic knowledge, elite satanic powers that be. Things that are in secret, that are in hiding, that only privileged elect individuals are supposed to know. Yeah, we have death here that sits here on the 10 of swords here. Ultimate betrayal. Remember when I told you that this person was working for someone? Someone had this person, I'm telling you, triggered this person to partake in something. This person probably didn't think that they were going to be taken out and die. But I guarantee you, this police officer here, who knew the truth, the clarity of the situation, was sent in. See, this person caused deaths. There was death that was caused by this person, because we have death down here as well. But this person was also put to death. Spirit, clarify this wicked sins of soulless savages. Wicked sins of soulless savages. Seven of Swords. This person is a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, a manipulator, a con artist. Lying, cheating, stealing, sneaky, creeping, deceptive, manipulative con artist who's trying to get away with something here. That's the reason why a judgment, a decision was made, because of this conflict about this truth and this clarity possibly getting out. Evildoers in disguise. I told you, this person was dealing with a lot of burdens, hardships, problematic situations. This person was in mental conflict, having sleepless nights, stressed, depressed, dealing with anxiety, being taunted and haunted by ghosts of the past, by things, torturous things that they have been through, that these other persons had caused. Yeah. There was a lot of heartache and heartbreak around this devilish, demonic situation here. Yeah. With the moon card here, there was a lot of things secret, a lot of things hidden, a lot of things done in the dark, a lot of things done behind the scenes, behind closed doors. And this person was trying to have the strength, trying to have the courage. And ultimately, this person decided to stand their ground to overcome obstacles. And this is the result of a situation. Sadness and loss. Because of this person's family. This person's family is heavily connected to something as well. There was a lot of manipulation that went on with the magician here. There was persons who manipulated things to manifest things to go in their favor. They used every tool available to them to do so. Magician with the Six of Wands here. Somebody manipulated something to manifest something to go in their favor. So something would be made public information, public knowledge. There would be some type of public recognition from this thing here, which we know has made mainstream media news. This is interesting. I see the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Lover's card here. Some type of third-party situations was going on. Collaborations, commitments, contracts for the purposes of money. And if you look at this Lover's card, you even see three persons here. There was definitely some type of payments that was going on. Amongst three people or more, or a situation that was going on with three persons. You see that 33 here, 3-3. Spirit, are there any other messages? And we back to the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of money at play for the situation to go down the way it did. A lot of money. Let's get a few more messages. I want to see something. Spirit, give us a message for this police officer. What's going on with this police officer? What's going on with this police officer? Multiple people were involved in the crime. Trying to tell you. Spirit, clarify this wicked sins of soulless savages with this pastor here. Take a closer look at one of the suspects. Spirit, clarify, what is that? Take that mask off. Take that mask off. Spontaneous behavior or mental illness contributed to the crime. Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise. Someone coerced the killer into murdering the victims. Told you. Spirit, clarify double agent. Double agent. Additional evidence may be discovered. What's going on with this double agent? Details leading up to the murders may be worth investigating. What was this one? Oh, secret spy. There's witnesses that may fear coming forward with valuable information. Cell phone records may also provide important clues. What's going on with the secret spy? Secret spy. I see victims or victims' family was familiar with the killer. Money may be involved. I also see premeditated murder. Killer plans out the details in advance, and money is involved. Yep. There was a motive for committing the crime. Okay, guys. So that's what's going on here. I do hope that this is giving you the truth and the clarity that you were seeking pertaining to a situation that you may be dealing with. I hope you're not dealing with this situation, but you perhaps know others who are dealing with this situation, especially if this is concurrent with the situation that occurred earlier today. My condolences for the victims that lost their lives, but until people wake up and realize what is actually happening in this world that we live in, these things are unfortunately going to continue to happen. Okay? And they are playing right in the people's face every single day. It's sad and it's unfortunate, and there's so many innocent lives at risk on a daily basis who are innocent lives that are snuffed out. They have their whole lives ahead of them. And it's sad. Meanwhile, evil lives to see another day. Evil prevails every single day, and babies are dying. That's not okay. And it shouldn't be okay for you to willingly, eagerly put your children in harm's way that you claim that you love, just so you can have a ready-made babysitter for at least 8 hours a day. When at the end of the day, your children are your responsibility. You know how this is not okay? Because when your kids are with you, should they get hurt, should they get harmed, you will be held responsible. If your kid, just think about this, if your kid was to get hurt or harmed in any way in your home, let alone shot, you would be held responsible. Either for directly causing them harm or indirectly causing them harm by way of neglect, allowing someone else to cause them harm. Why should it be any different when you send your kids to a school? They are in their care. They are the ones who are held responsible for their safety and their security. But they cannot guarantee that your children won't get beat up. They cannot guarantee that your children won't get hurt or killed in any type of way. Yet they are not paying for what they are allowing to happen. Perhaps maybe all of these staff need to start being fired for their incompetence, for allowing people to get hurt. Perhaps schools should start being shut down every time you allow an active shooter to gain entrance to your campus. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. What I do give a damn about it is if a person's child is sent to you for 8 hours a day for educational purposes, you are their sole care provider while they are in your fucking care. So if something happens to them, it is your fault. And that means you need to pay the consequence for it. Because if they are with me and they get hurt, would I be held responsible for it? So why in the fuck are you excluded? I thank you all for listening. I thank you all for watching. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. For those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tip.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shinebrightlikeadiamond36 with the underscore between each word. And I'm going to tell you something else. In the United States of America, that's supposed to be the land of the fucking free, when are y'all going to stop rolling over and allowing the United States government supposed leaders to bully you into submission? Y'all roll over for the government and every damn thing that they come up with and every fucking thing that they say, every mandate, every rule, regulation, and order, y'all follow without question every damn day. Yet it is only you and your offspring who is in the crosshairs of the fire being eliminated on a daily basis. Not your supposed leaders. Not the supposed wealthy, not the supposed elite. Oh, them and their children and their families and things, oh, they thrive. They living fucking well. Yeah, you ain't never heard of an active shooter showing up in none of these rich, fancy, prissy-ass fucking schools for the spoiled brats of wealthy persons, have you? And see, for a long time, y'all thought, oh my God, this is such a horrible thing, that these mass shootings keep happening in these sorry, raggedy public school systems. See, some of you, this middle class, the upper class, you call yourself being a little smart. You call yourself being a little savvy. You say, you know what? No, I'm going to take a step forward. I'm going to do something more for my child because we love our children. We care about their education and their upbringing and in the atmosphere in which they're around. So you know what? We're going to pay tuition for private schools. And we're going to send them to Christian schools. And we're going to send them to charter schools. And East End. And the gifted and the talented schools. And you thought they was untouchable, did you? Until today. When the Covenant Paris Presbyterian Christian school was blasted on. You see, it ain't just a public school problem after all. It ain't just the wretched, impoverished children and families who are at risk. They prove that unto you today. So they're playing with you right in your face. They've been doing it for years. Every time you get comfortable in thinking you know how their criminal minds work. See, for the longest, if you said active shooter, mass shooter, lone wolf shooter, somebody gone postal, or some shit like that, people automatically assumed middle-aged white man all day. Yeah, they changed that up on you. See, y'all assume that only white folks can snap, crack, and pop and do such a thing as that. They changed that up. Yeah. That when they rolled out the DC sniper. And they had him who had access to the military. And that young boy that he was grooming sitting in the back of that goddamn trunk and randomly shoot people. That when they let y'all know, yeah, that's when y'all said, oh, the black community gas, black people, mass shooters. And then y'all got settled on that and you said, well, okay, well, mass shooter, serial killer, they could be black or they could be white. You got settled in that for a while. But you still thought it was men and boys, disturbed boys, who could be part of such a thing. That's when the powers that be said, And they threw you another monkey wrench. And they started using women as assassins and lone wolf shooters and active shooters and shit. They gave you a doozy not that long ago. Remember the black girl that left for work on lunch break? Forget the state that this was in. She came back crying, showed up to her job and shot it up. Yeah, not only was she black, but she was a female. They introduced you to the women lone wolf shooters. Now, we have to be diverse. They can't discriminate. How dare they? For them to do such a thing. We're pushing the gay agenda right now. It's a part of the propaganda. We can't leave out the gay community. It would not be fair. If we had all other kinds of people, if we had immigrants and different things being fucking suicide bombers and plane hijackers, it would not be fair if we just had middle-aged white men being fucking serial killers and lone wolf shooters. This is equal opportunity. Black people are involved too. All kinds of color people are involved too. Ain't just the men, the women are involved too. By golly, we can't leave out the gay community. So they threw you another curveball. So now you not only get somebody a part of the gay community, but they're transgendered to get up and go and shoot up a bunch of kids. I can tell you what's next. I can tell you what's next. It's a whole lot of teachers getting real sick and tired of being disrespected by these, what y'all call children. But they cuss better than you and do a whole lot of other things you don't want to talk about better than you. But you call them children. And they disrespecting teachers every day. It's only a matter of time for one of them pop off. See, they're gonna use a teacher one of these days at a Target that's gonna set it off in the school. And then they're dismantling the churches day by day. I'm going to tell you what's next. Service is going to be in session. And the leader of the church, on a day that the congregation is full, is going to let loose on the congregation right up in the church. Yeah. It might be a pastor, a co-pastor, a deacon, a reverend, an usher or something, a leader of the church. It's going to set it off right up in the church. I can tell you more, but you would not believe me. But I can foresee a whole lot of things. See, this ain't going to stop. You can't look at a flower and say, oh my gosh, that flower, I don't like how that flower is growing in. Something is wrong with the flower. The petals are dying off, and just tear off that flower and think something ain't gonna be wrong with other flowers. They grow. No, you have to pull that thing from the root and start all over. If you don't do nothing about the root of the problem, how is it that you think that you are going to cease and assist the problem? But y'all don't want to deal with that. Y'all don't want to face the truth of that. It's a lot easier for you to assume that there's just random walking sleepers around us every day, which it is. There are sleepers around you every day. They look like regular people. They look like you, walk like you, talk like you, do daily things just like you, and they're just waiting to be activated. They're already under mind control. They've already been programmed. They already have their assassin assignment deep within their subconscious. They are just waiting to be activated. It's a push of a button. But y'all look at all these things that go on as little isolated events. Just random fucking occurrences. People just waking up. Why is it that nobody think about, out of all the bad people in the world that you could think about, why is it that you wonder when people go mad and decide to get up one day that they don't go and kill none of them? Oh, none of them folk living free as a bird. Some of the wickedest, evilest people, rapists, women beaters, human traffickers, child abductors. Okay? All kind of very sinister, evil, wicked people in this world, untouchable. Don't nobody fuck with them. Roaming around every day. There was an idiot not too long ago, the other week, sitting at the kid bus stop, and this fool must have thought he was just gonna grab a child right at the damn bus stop and kidnap him. Until all them kids decided to jump on him. And I believe they apprehended him. But this how stupid fools is. Didn't nobody shoot and kill him. You would think, as many people got guns around here, this fool stupid enough to be sitting at a bus stop gonna take somebody's kid, somebody would have came out that damn house around that damn corner and shot the shit out of them and dealt with the consequences later and repented for it after a while. Is that what that fool deserved? Why is it that you think that every fucking time one of these lone wolf shooters just so happen to get up in the morning and say, you know what? I'm gonna go on a killing spree today. That they just decide to always go where little fucking kids are. Who in the hell gets up and just decide, you know what? I'm gonna kill some kids today. Nobody deserves to be massacred and killed. That's not what I'm saying. You would think that a person who has got up and have made a conscientious decision in their mind that they are going to kill, that they will either do one or two things. They will, one, go after their enemies, the people they dislike or the people they feel like they have harmed them, and try to kill them directly. Or two, go after very bad known persons who are bad persons, who do bad things on a daily basis, and kill them. You would not think that it would be at the forefront of their mind to, one, kill little kids, two, kill elderly people, three, kill innocent bystanders, four, kill persons who ain't done nothing at all to you. Why do you think that is? Every fucking lone wolf shooter gets up and go and kill the most vulnerable people. And you don't think it's a setup from high up? You don't think there's no plan, no plot, no scheme involved. You just think it's a random occurrence, huh? Some isolated event, huh? And the signs and symbolisms be all over every fucking situation. Murder by numbers. For those of you who would like to support the channel, you can send your contributions through Cash App, which is $tip-diamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/add36diamond, or through Zelle, which is tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com. As always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies. I don't say that for no reason. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you. Keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. For any persons who may have felt any type of way about my language, I do apologize. But situations like this really pisses me off. For any persons who may feel any type of way about anything in particular that I spake, whether it be about the gay community, this was no slick shot to the gay community. I use that as an example as to how things are fabricated and made up by media and other persons that put these narratives and these stories out here. Because in my point in saying what I said was not to attack the gay community, but to say in the little time, the small time of which this situation has happened, there's no way in hell that you have gathered up a group, a community, the LGBT community in a whole nother state that this didn't even happen in, to get some type of polling or decisions or such a comment as what was made. That was my point. But I do stand firm in what I said about parents having to take more responsibility for your responsibility, and your children are your responsibility. At the end of the day, it don't matter what laws, rules, regulations, systems, or anything else is put into place. Your children belong to you, and they are solely your responsibility. And I believe it's high time that people, if you really care about your children and love your children, y'all have to take a step forward. What you cannot do is sit back and look to the supposed leaders and expect them to do something miraculous more than they are already doing, and think that they solely have to do this or do that. They should. We can talk about a lot of things that they should. But at the end of the day, your children are your own responsibility. And you are supposed to love and protect and nurture your offspring. And take care of them and protect them to the best of your ability. And this is not about nobody being a perfect person. But when things like this are continuously happening, you have to set out other measures, other ways, find other ideas, other solutions for your children to keep them safe and keep them protected. You would not allow your child to go to someone who to continuously go to someone who is a child abuser. It's a no-brainer. Like, no. Most parents who actually care about their children are not going to do that. Absolutely not. But it's the same indifference. You continue to allow your children to go places where time and time again they are being hurt. And it doesn't matter if there's an active shooter on campus or not. Do you know how many times schools get shut down, put on lockdown because a student has brought a weapon to school? Do you know how many children are bullied in school, are beat up? You have to protect your kids in more than one way. I don't know about you, but I'm not willing to allow my child to be tortured and harassed and bullied, abused, or murdered in cold damn blood because I'm so eager to have a ready-made babysitter, or I have all of my faith that complete strangers that you don't know from Adam until your child happens to go to a particular school or facility. That's when you meet them people, and them people still strangers. You don't know them like that. You don't know them like that. You don't know what's going on up in there when you leave your kids there. What they're having to endure. And more often than not, a lot of children, when they go through things, especially away from home, a lot of times things from home, because either they're ashamed or they're embarrassed or they have been threatened, a lot of times they hold that stuff in and they don't tell anybody. And they begin to misbehave or act out or become antisocial or distant or very quiet and all kinds of things. But there's a number of things that has been built up within that child that nobody gave a damn to pay attention to. These kids are scared to death. I just read an article the other day. A child with disabilities was locked in a room, in a closet, a dark closet, by a staff member, a child with disabilities. That is torture. Something similar happened to my child. There's torture tactics that they be doing on kids in school that parents don't know about. When they have active shooter drills, tornado drills, fire alarm drills, all kinds of things that they do. And some of these staff, some of these people that work for these schools, they fucked up. And they have these jobs because they readily have access on a daily to young people that they could prey on. And I know you inclined to believe that because they look clean cut, and because they may look good or dress good or happen to smell good, because they may happen to have a degree, that you assume that they're good people, that you assume that they're upstanding and they're righteous people. But it's a lot of foul folks right within a lot of places where your children happen to attend. But there's also good people within there too, who actually care about your children if they learn and need any help and this, that, and the other. It's a mixed bag. But at the end of the day, your child is your sole responsibility. And we as parents have to do more to protect our children. Or next time, it might be you getting that phone call that something awful has happened at your child's school. And your child can't be found. Or either your child has been slain to death. It has to stop. And the supposed leader's approach, this gun reform bullshit, is the least of its problems. Because if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of persons in these shootings that happen. These people be having weapons that's actually registered to them, that was legally obtained. So it's bullshit. Every time one of these situations happen, they holler two things: gun reform and more security. It's a shame that it has come to a point where where they need metal detectors, armed guards, police, and having to be locked down like prisoners just to stay safe. And that's just from anything from the outside coming in. That ain't protection from what's within. So there still lies a problem. At some point in time, as parents, we have to do what is best for our children. The children are supposed to be our future. But lately, these children ain't even making it to the future. And it's up to us to do something the fuck about it. If you don't like that, then I'm sorry. Peace, love, and light. Namaste. Also, real quick, guys, I would like to say that some of the information that I shared with you all today, because it is public information, I shared that with you all today. So I did so under the Fair Use Act. I shared that with you for the purposes of research, for study, for educational purposes. Other information that I have given you is per the information, the messages that I received from my spirit guides. So what I will say that that information is alleged, according to the information that has given to me by my spirit guides. Okay, so I ask that you use your own discernment. Okay, you govern yourselves accordingly as it relates to these messages. Okay, so I did want to come on and give that disclaimer as well. Okay. But overall information that I gave you all, the main pertinent information about the matter is public information, has been stated publicly. Okay, so I just reiterated that information, and like I said, the other information I gave you is allegedly according to the information that has been given to me by my spirit guides. Okay, thank you.